Hi and welcome to PKMB.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit subscribe, like if you like this content.
That's true. And just thought we'd mention this old matchy thing was not intentional.
I got the memo. Bethany told me you need to wear stripes, and so I did what I was told.
We were both wearing jackets this morning. We've
Yes.
both taken them off, and wow, there you go.
There you go.
And also, I'm a bit of a details person, so if you do notice the "and" behind us, we have a 5-year-old who's currently learning to read. We have sight words all over the house, working well for us. Little tip right there. If you have someone young learning to read, it might work for you.
Might work for you.
Might work for you.
All right. So what we want to talk to you about today, it comes from the book of Ruth. We've been studying Ruth today at church, and we're going to start on the chirpy topic of dealing with tragedy. Dealing with tragedy. It's not a fantastic topic, but as pastors, we encounter people that deal with tragedy in some form or another relatively often. And for most of us, even though we may not have dealt with tragedy, certainly not like Ruth and Naomi, if you know the story, there was death in their family, and it was terrible. There was multiple people, and Naomi's husband passed away, and then her 2 sons. It was just it's tragic, right? So we learn a bit about how Naomi handled that, and if you know anything about that story, you know that it ends really well.
It does.
Yeah.
It does end very well.
And so
just putting people around them. And,
absolutely. And what's his name? Obed, which was Ruth's son. It's been a long day. Yeah, Ruth's son was the grandfather of King David, which was in the lineage of Jesus.
Sure.
So the story of Ruth
ends
really well,
sure,
right?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know at the start of the book.
But that's the pattern of life, isn't it? Unfortunately, if you've lived for a bit or for a long time,
things go wrong, right? Things go wrong. Yeah. But if you are able to go through those periods where things don't go your way, there is brightness on the other side. There is a new day, right? And so, you may not have dealt with tragedy as big as this, but we all know what it is to be in tough times. We all know what it is to have pain and brokenness, and maybe that's in childhood, or throughout school, or even as an adult, just relationship breakdown, whatever it is. Yeah. So here are a couple of things that I think we learned from Naomi and Ruth about dealing with tragedy. I think the first thing we learn is just keep moving forward.
So are we talking about death, tragedy? Is that it? Or like, are we talking about general forms of loss?
Well, certainly we're talking about,
we are talking about
it
death,
applies to death,
but
it applies to anything.
Yeah, okay. So like relationship breakdown, you lose your job.
Anything that finds you in a place that is bitter. See, when Naomi came back from Moab, and she came back to Bethlehem with Ruth, she said, "Don't call me Naomi," which means pleasant. She said, "Call me Mara," which means bitter. Like, my life has become bitter, right? Sure. And it's not that she was a bitter person. It's just that what happened to her was bitter. So and all of us can go through bitter situations.
Yeah, for sure. So you said just keep moving.
Keep moving forward.
Like, it will take time to go through the process of it all.
And it's not about being fake and being chirpy when you're actually really down in the dumps. Naomi was honest. She was like, things have been really bitter for me, but she kept going.
Move on. Don't wait for me. Just move on.
Yeah. So she kept stepping, right? She's like went back to her hometown of Bethlehem, and sometimes the most that we can do is just put one foot in front of the rest. Do what is right, okay? Yeah. And so that's a healthy way of dealing with grief, because on the other side of that there is a new day. There is a new day. Put one step in front of the other.
And that might be as simple as just getting up, eating breakfast, getting good sleep.
Yep.
If you're not up to talking to anyone, just make, you don't want to isolate yourself actually.
No.
So, if you're not up to going out, jump on the phone, some trusted people that you can just stay.
And it's a season, right?
It is a season for sure.
Here's the thing, that you could deal with tragedy in an unhealthy way. Now, here's some ways that people deal with tragedy. They deal with it in destructive patterns. It's self-destruction. Like they turn inwardly. They, they'll literally hurt themselves, or they'll isolate themselves. They'll get into addictive patterns of self-medicating some way. Like these things are not going to help you. It's not going to take away the pain. It's not going to help you deal with anything long term. Doing what is right and doing what you know you should do, as hard as it may be, and just taking one step at a time to live one day at a time is the best thing that you could do, and work through the grief. And it also helps, like in Ruth and Naomi's case, to actually journey with someone who has actually been through it or going through it, and you can find solace in each other.
That's true, because so they very quickly found themselves in the same situation because they both lost their husbands.
Yeah.
So they were going through the exact same thing.
Yeah, and it helps to find someone who may have gone through it before. Okay, and just walk that journey with them. Find if you like a kindred spirit, and walk that journey. So that's some things that we learn about dealing with tragedy from Ruth and Naomi.
So that was number one. You said you had was that it? That was keep walking through it. Did you have
Just
some more
keep
points
going.
on that one?
I think that's the main one. Yeah.
Sure. And stay connected.
Stay connected. Yeah. And keep doing what you know to be right. No one's expecting you to be super chirpy or pretend that nothing's wrong when it's actually really tough.
Yeah.
Like I said, Naomi was realistic about how she felt and how her life had gone when she met her friend. She's like, don't call me pleasant, call me bitter. This is how I'm feeling right now. But at the same time, she had the presence of mind and the maturity just to do what needed to be done.
And I think it's that taking the time to move through it as well, because I think often people they'll be around you and then they'll sort of move on to a degree, and you might feel this pressure to get over it, but it's not something that you'll probably ever get over. I've heard you learn to live with it and you learn what that looks like. So yeah.
Another example that I gave in our talk, the message this morning is my parents used to listen to the Gators, Bill Gator. I don't know if you have heard of them. It's like a band. It's like country and
I've heard your dad sing many songs.
Yes.
Is it one of?
It's no.
What a Thing Life Is? Not that
one.
No.
Nothing like that. No. It's a gospel kind of choir sort of thing. And anyway, when I was a kid, my parents would watch this particular video. It's not a DVD. It was like one of the videos, the VHS videos, and there's a song in there. It's called "Roses Will Bloom Again," and they put it after a testimony of some tragedy that happened to a family, and the song, the chorus goes, "Roses will bloom again, just wait and see. Don't mourn what might have been, only God knows how and when. Roses will bloom again." Okay. And so that's a lesson for us, like to know when things have gone tough, when we take one step put one step in front of the other, things will come around. Things will bloom again. So thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching once again. If you are enjoying watching us, please hit subscribe, like our videos, and we'll have another one for you soon.
Cool. Take care.